This is not a superhero story. It is a secret guide to psychological transformation, where Bruce Wayne must descend into his own mind to face his shadow. Christopher Nolan's Batman Begins is a modern-day myth, a journey into the esoteric that operates on a far deeper level than a simple superhero origin story. At its core, the film is a masterclass in archetypal storytelling, charting Bruce Wayne's necessary descent into the underworld. This is not the literal Hades of mythology, but the psychological one. Gotham, in its decay, is the perfect metaphor for the collective unconscious, a realm of fear, crime, and chaos that Bruce must first navigate and conquer internally. His physical journey, leaving Gotham to become a criminal himself, is a metaphor for this deeper, internal quest. He is seeking the treasure of the underworld, not gold, but power, knowledge, and self-mastery. He must become what he fears to understand it. This quest brings him to the film's most potent symbol, the League of Shadows. This organization is an almost literal representation of the Jungian concept of the shadow, the repressed, dark side of our personality, the anger, the guilt, the primal fear. Bruce is consumed by his desire for revenge and his guilt over his parents' death, and he seeks out this league, which is literally named Shadows, to learn how to channel that darkness. Ra's al Ghul, his mentor, is the perfect shadow guide. He doesn't teach Bruce how to be a hero, he teaches him how to be a force of nature, a destroyer. His chilling line, "You have learned to bury your guilt with anger. I will teach you to confront it. What you really fear is within," is the key to the entire film. He is forcing Bruce to confront his own potential for destruction, essentially schooling him by his own shadow self. The true esoteric twist is that the shadow guide is also the ultimate antagonist. This is the psychological trap. The shadow is a necessary teacher, but if you fully embrace its destructive nature, you become the villain. Bruce has to take the power the shadow gives him, the discipline, the fear mastery, and then reject its ultimate goal, the total annihilation of Gotham. He integrates the shadow's power without being consumed by its nihilistic ideology. Fear is the other major theme, acting as the alchemical fire of this story. Bruce's childhood trauma, falling into the well, seeing the bats, imprints a primal fear. Ra's al Ghul's training is a process of transmutation, turning that lead of raw, debilitating fear into the gold of a controlled weapon. The Scarecrow's fear toxin is a literal plot device, but it works symbolically, forcing victims to confront the very thing Bruce has already overcome. By choosing the bat, the very creature he fears, as his symbol, he performs a kind of sympathetic magic. He wears his fear, transforming it into the fear of his enemies. The batsuit is not just armor, it's a psychological shield and weapon, a literalized persona built from his integrated shadow. The Batman is the mask he presents to the world, but unlike the superficial Bruce Wayne playboy, this persona is built from an honest confrontation with his own darkness. It is a mask of his true integrated self. The supporting cast also represents different archetypal forces in Bruce's life. Alfred is the wise old man, the anchor to his past and his humanity, representing the ego's connection to the self. Lucius Fox is the technological magician, providing the tools for the transformation, the physical means for the spiritual quest. And Rachel Dawes represents his anima, the moral compass and feminine principle that reminds him of his true purpose, justice, not revenge. She forces him to define the line he will not cross, and his final choice to save Gotham is driven by the values she represents. The film's climax, involving the destruction of the Wayne Manor and the monorail system, is rich with esoteric meaning. The destruction of the manor is the death of the old self. The old, guilt-ridden, angry Bruce Wayne is gone. The hero must sacrifice his past to fully emerge. The monorail, a symbol of Gotham's modern, interconnected and corrupt system, is the final hurdle. Batman has to stop the system from destroying itself, proving that his method, the individual, disciplined hero, is superior to the League's nihilistic, systemic destruction. In the end, Batman Begins is a story of individuation, a psychological and spiritual journey. Bruce Wayne doesn't just put on a costume, he undergoes a profound internal alchemy. He faces his shadow, masters his fear, and creates a new, integrated self, the Batman, to save the city that is a reflection of his own soul. It is the story of a man who literally begins by finding himself